And I was about to make a horrible, horrible joke about he may be meeting God soon, but that is. I'm gonna cut that out. Oh my god, that is so fucking morbid. Oh my god, that was so morbid. What up, everyone? It's your boy Floz MG. Welcome back to another episode of Tier Up, and we're ranking something that I'm going to be honest, I don't even want to rank, but there's one person in the comments who kept pestering me to rank this thing. You know exactly who you are. You know you kept pestering me to rank it, and you know what? You're getting your wish. You pestered me so much that you get me to rank goddamn Wiggles characters. And like, there's not that many, and I'm not including any of the Wiggles characters from like the newer generation, because like, I haven't watched them. I don't know anything about them, therefore a fair judgment cannot be made. Whereas I have watched a lot of these dudes, and I can make a much fairer judgment. But I just want to get this done and over with, so let's get right into it. The tiers for this video are as follows. God tier, fruit salad yummy yummy, meh, soft as a feather sword, and cancel. I honestly don't even know why I'm doing this. There's not that many characters to rank, which is also one of the reasons why I was a bit against it, because since there's not that many to rank, it's not going to be that long or interesting of a video, really. But, I'm doing what I'm doing. First up, we have the longest running Wiggle, representing blue, we've got Anthony. Anthony, he's been with the Wiggles since the very beginning. He is still with the Wiggles now. He's doing it with his damn daughter. Cause like, think about this. We as kids used to watch this man as part of the Wiggles. Now he's at an age where he's able to do this with his goddamn daughter. Time fucking flies, man! All I know is that Anthony was the bass of this group. No, not even that. There's baritone, there's bass, and then there's Anthony. Cause like, when this guy sings, his voice can go so deep. Like, I've tried mimicking it. I cannot unless I'm like just getting up in the morning and I'm like even lower than that. How does he do it? But you know what, Anthony, for being the longest running Wiggle, I have to put him up in God tier. Because I mean, he's been there the longest, therefore he deserves the top spot. And I'm gonna be honest, I find no enjoyment in these new Wiggles, but I feel like it's more of a generational thing than like a hey, I just don't like them. Cause they weren't made to like, they weren't created to like cater to me. Cause one, I'm not 2 years old. Plus with these guys being something that I grew up with, it's like, it's something that I remember. I don't want it to change. But at the same time, with everything in life, change is inevitable. I feel like a very similar thing could be said about the live action adaptation of The Little Mermaid, as well as the new Mario movie. Because like they were, the way they were done, it was not the same as how we remember. But you know what? That doesn't make them any less good of movies or whatever. I don't fucking know where I'm going with this shit. Because like the live action Little Mermaid, Ariel being casted by Halle Bailey. I keep wanting to say Halle Berry. I know that's not it. Halle Bailey. There. Like, there are a lot of people who are pissed off that that Halle Bailey is playing her because she's black. I'm like, one, why do you give a fuck? It's not like with this new thing being made, you can never watch your original Little Mermaid again. And there are those that argue like there's no need in them being lazy, Disney being lazy by making all their old movies into live action adaptations. I mean, it does give a new, what's the word? A new take on it? Is that the word? I don't know. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Same thing with the Mario movie. They're annoyed with Chris Pratt's take on it, that he doesn't sound Italian enough. And Mario himself is very heavily Italian stereotyped or some shit. Like, oh, it's me! I'm an Italian boy! Like, Italians don't speak like that. They speak maybe like that, but very toned down. That Mario is an Italian with his voice heavily saturated. And I'm not gonna lie, I got on such a rant that I completely forgot what I was doing. I'm ranking these goddamn characters, which next up being Captain Feathersword. And actually, funny thing about the Captain Feathersword character is I think originally it was actually Captain Feathersword was actually originally portrayed by Anthony. But then I guess eventually I don't know what happened, but eventually Captain Feathersword became his own person. I will say I definitely appreciated Captain Feathersword because unlike a few of these other characters that aren't the actual Wiggles themselves, he was the only one who actually looked human, considering that the other characters are not humans. Plus, I don't know why, he just felt comforting to me. So, I guess we'll put him up in fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Okay. Next up we have Dorothy the Dinosaur. A dinosaur named after a 19-something character from The Wizard of Oz. I mean, she's as green as the Emerald City. The only things we really know about her is that she loves roses, she loves rosy tea, and that's really all that we actually know about Dorothy. We don't really know much of anything else. Or at least I don't know much of anything else. And honestly, I will say she kind of scared me a little bit when I first started watching it, but then I grew to like her. So I'll probably set her right at the middle of meh. Because honestly, she's meh at best. Next up, we have the GOAT of the Wiggles, the leader of the Wiggles, the king of the Wiggles, one Mr. Greg Cook. I think his last name was Cook. I could be wrong. Or was it Anthony Cook? It's either Greg Page and Anthony Cook or Anthony Page and Greg Cook. It's one of those two. I completely forget. But yeah, I was so upset when I learned what happened with Greg. Because when they introduced Sam, I was like, who is this guy? Greg looks really different. This is not right. Because I'm like, Sam wasn't a Wiggle I knew. I didn't really appreciate him as much as I do the other Wiggles. But I'm not gonna fucking boycott the damn show because one Wiggle is different. Even if there's a whole new set of Wiggles. There's no reason to fucking boycott it. Greg is the OG. Greg will always be the GOAT. Greg will always be the god of the group, so much so that he needs to be in the god tier. And I was about to make a horrible joke about he may be meeting God soon, but I'm gonna cut that out. Oh my god, that is so fucking morbid. Oh my god, that was so morbid. Next up we have this weird fucking thing, Henry the Octopus. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember much of this guy, aside from the fact that he's a purple octopus and he has a lot of plaid on him. I mean, why does he need so much plaid? I don't know. I didn't really retain much knowledge of this guy. He didn't really leave that much of an impact on me, so we're gonna put him down and canceled. Sorry, canceled boy. I don't care. I don't want to be ranking this, so I'm gonna fly past it. Next up, we have Jeff, the Wiggle who represents purple. I can't say words. The Wiggle who wears purple. His go-to instrument was always the keyboard and or accordion, giving me a bit of a Steve Urkel vibe. And actually, one gimmick with Jeff is that you would always catch him sleeping everywhere. They even have a song about wake up, Jeff. Wake up, Jeff. Wake up, Jeff. Wake up, Jeff, before the next world. Wake up! I don't want to be doing this, but because he's one of the original Wiggles, I know where I have to put him. God tier, because he's a Wiggle. Next up we have the one in red with his red hair as well. We have Murray. Actually, I can't remember if his hair was red or if it was more brunette. I think it seemed a little more red in contrast to the red shirt. Maybe. I don't know. Murray was always on the guitar. I'm stuttering something fierce. But I'm actually trying to think, because each Wiggle had their sort of gimmick. And I can't remember Murray's right now. Because Greg's, his was magic. Anthony, his was constantly eating, which he's in great shape for constantly eating. And then Jeff, his was sleeping. I can't remember for the life of me what Murray's was. Because, like, I can see him. I can see him with his freaking gimmick, but I can't remember it. I know he had something. And this is going to be really bad, because Murray was one of my favorite Wiggles. But because I can't remember his damn gimmick, I have to put him down one. And fruit salad, yummy, yummy. I don't want to rank this stuff anymore. And lastly, we have Wags the dog. Wags, probably based off the fact that he's a dog and he can wag his tail. And I will say, the whole design of Wags just kind of gave me nightmares. Like, there was nothing behind those cold, dark, dead eyes. And I think he had like three kids, nephews, nieces, or something. I don't know what he had. He had 3 little dogs with him at some point in the show as well. For the nightmares that this freaking thing gave me, I need to put him down a little bit. This is causing me more headaches than I can take right now. And this is where I'm thankfully going to end it. You're welcome for finally ranking it. My head hurts from ranking it. I've been Floz MG. This has been Ranking Wiggles Characters. You better appreciate that I did this, because I'm never doing it again.